In this 18th video of quadratic equation, we are going to solve next sums from the practice set 2.6. Already in the previous videos, we have solved question number 1 and 2. I have popped third sum over here. So let's read what is the question. In the orange garden of Mr. Madhusudan, there are 150 orange trees. So there is a garden of Mr. Madhusudan where there are 150 orange trees. The number of trees in each row is 5 more than that in each column. So in the garden, let us say there are some rows. So these are the rows and these are the columns. Okay. So whatever number of rows they have, it is the number of trees in each row. This is more. So rows, row 1, row 2, row 3 and so on, and columns are say 1, 2, 3, so on, whatever. So whatever these rows and columns we have, there is a comparison. Okay. So what is the comparison? This number of rows is 5 more than that of each in column. So whenever we have this comparison in two things, two objects, remember one clue, one tip, that they always take the second thing to be x. Okay. So here what is the first thing? Number of trees in each row is the first thing. And number of trees in each column is the second thing. So we have to take number of trees in each column to be x, and then we will find number of rows. Okay. Here actually let's read, and there's a flow chart we can see. So let's see what is given here. So let's read the complete question. If the flow chart is not given, we can start like this. Okay. And find the number of trees in each row as a column with the help of following flow chart. What is the flow chart given? Number of trees in a column is x. See here it is given also that number of trees in each column. We also have decided the number of trees in each column is the second thing to be taken to be x. Here it is given to you. And therefore number of trees in each row, what will be that? Then total number of trees. Then frame the quadratic equation, find x, and find number of trees in each row and each column and each row. This is the given flow chart to us. So you have to follow this. Okay. So how can we start? We can start by defining this, taking the help of this. So we will write, let number of trees in each column be x. This we have written x. And therefore number of trees in each row is going to be equal to what? It is 5 more. 5 more. So it is 5 more, means 5 plus to this number of trees in column. As this is number x denotes number, unit is not required. For example, when it is age we write years, and when it is length we can write centimeter, meter. But as there is a number, no unit is required. Okay. Now, how can we frame the equation? So, what are the total number of trees? We have to write this total number of trees given to us. It is 150. Then, how can we frame this equation from these three numbers? Okay. Take one simple example. If you don't understand what should take done over here, suppose you have 2 rows. Okay. And there are 3 columns. 1, 2 and 3. So how many trees are there? Here 1 tree, another. So in first row we have 3 trees, in second row we have 3. So how many rows are here? 2 rows. And how many columns are here? 3 columns. Correct? And total number of trees are 6. So how to get total? 6. How you will get this? By doing what? So either it is 2 3s or 3 2s are. So you have to take the product of number of trees in rows and in columns. So you will get 2 into 3 is 6. So from this simple example, you will come to know what should be done with this thing. 3 things. That product of these 2 is going to be 150. Correct? And therefore, what we will write? So we will write therefore, x in bracket x plus 5 is equal to 150. Okay? So this way, by taking a simple example with simple numbers, small numbers, you can decide what should be done and how to frame an equation. Now taking the product of this, x into x will be x square plus x into 5 is going to be 5x is equal to 150. Now taking 150 on the left side to get right side to be 0. So x square plus 5x minus 150 is equal to 0. Now we have got our equation, quadratic equation into standard form. Okay. Now let's factorize this. So as it is 1, we have to factorize this 150. So what are the factors of 150? For that, what is the sign of 150? It is minus. How to factorize the subtraction of the factors should be equal to the middle number. Okay, what is the middle number? 5. So how to get 5? What are the factors? If you take 15 into 10, 15 minus 10 is, you got 5. So very quickly you have got it. Sometimes you may have to do this by trial and error method. You may have to find by different pairs also. So here we got 15 tens are 150. The difference is 5. Now as this is negative, product is negative, means one sign should be plus and one sign should be minus. Pick up this sign and give it to the bigger and its opposite to the smaller. So these are the factors. So if you write x square, this has plus 15x. Don't forget to write the variable along with these factors. Minus 10x minus 150 is equal to 0. Take out the common. Here you will get x in bracket x plus 50. Write the same bracket x plus 50 and here it is minus 10. Okay. You can verify product of this is minus 150. Yes, it is 0 and that's why x plus 15 is one bracket and another bracket we have x minus 10 is equal to 0. Product of these two brackets is 0. That's why either x plus 15 is equal to 0 or it is x minus 10 is equal to 0. No need to put your bracket, students. That's why x is going to be plus 15, whereas minus 15, or x is equal to minus 10 is going as plus 10. Highlight these two answers, both the answers. But then below write why x cannot be negative. As number of trees cannot be negative, your value of x is going to be plus 10. You have to write it, okay, like this here. As number of trees, write in short but write something, cannot be negative, therefore x cannot be equal to minus 15 and x should be then equal to 10. So this is the acceptable value of the variable. If x is 10, this is number of trees in each column, and to find number of rows we have to add it 5 to it. So x plus 5 is going to be 10 plus 5, that is 15. And that's why your answer will be, you will write an answer that number of trees in each row are 10 and number of each column is 10 and number of trees in each row are 50. You can verify product is 150. So in this way we have solved the third sum. Now let's see how to solve the question number 4. For question number 4, what is given? Vivek is older than Kishore by 5 years. The sum of their reciprocals of their ages is 1 upon 6. Find their present ages. Okay. So here in this we have seen that it was a product and that's why it is a example of quadratic equation. Now here, how can we understand that this question is from the quadratic? Okay. So if we can take in short, Vivek and Kishore, these are the two persons, and here also you can see there is a comparison between their ages. So first thing is Vivek's age and second thing is Kishore's age. Okay. So second thing to be taken to be x and then Vivek will be what? Older. Means it is x plus 5 years more than that. Here we can see that the sum. So we don't know whether it's going to be linear or quadratic. So if we are going to use one variable or two, just if we have taken this, so we can see that. Or if you have taken, say, instead of this y, if you have taken, suppose you have not taken one variable and two variables also. Sum of their reciprocals means what? 1 upon x plus 1 upon y is going to be 1 upon 6. And when you add this, what you will get? Your coefficient, denominator will be xy and then it is going to be y plus x is equal to 1 upon 6. So when we do cross multiplication, that xy term is going to be made. When you get that xy term, means this is the odd equation of linear equation. This is not example. here you need to take only one variable and you are going to get a product of it. So this we cannot do by taking two variables, and we have to take one variable. So if you do little bit this rough work, you will easily come to know whether this question is from linear equation or from quadratic equation. Okay. So now we have understood that we have to take one variable. Let's write. So we can copy this as let Kishore's age, Kishore's present age. Okay. So we'll write Kishore's present age be x years. See, whenever that unit is required along with x, we need to write. And Vivek's present age, when you are writing names, the first letter should be capital. Vivek's present age, B, we can only not to be right, B is equal to, because we know it is 5 years older. So it is 5 years more than Kishore. Okay, x plus 5 years. And now as for given condition or information, what is the sum of reciprocals of their ages? 1 upon x and 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. Okay. Now let's simplify this equation and get the value of x. Okay. Here there is a fraction, denominators are there and denominators are not same. You need to make it same. So what is the LCM of this? You can take the product of this. And in the denominator it is going to be x into x plus 5, and x is multiplied by this, so 1 should be multiplied with x plus 5. Now 1 into anything is going to be same, correct? X plus 5 into 1 is going to be x plus 5. Plus 1 into x is going to be x. Okay. So here we can write directly as the numerators were 1 is equal to 1 upon 6. So get simplification, x plus a is going to be 2x plus 5. These are the like terms, we have collected it. And denominator product of this x square plus 5x. See, we have got the square term is equal to 1 upon 6. Now do the cross multiplication. This will multiply with 1 and this will be multiplied with 6. So x square plus 5x multiplying by 1 and 6 into 2x plus 5. I have purposely written this term here so I can get x square term on the left side. Okay. And therefore it is x square plus 5x is equal to 6 2s are 12x plus 6 5s are 30. Taking the terms over here, so it is x square plus 5x minus 12x plus 30, minus 30 is equal to 0. Both the terms are coming on the left hand side. We change their signs, both plus will become minus. Collect these like terms, what you will get? Therefore, we'll highlight here x square minus 7x, okay, minus 30 is equal to 0. Now let's get factors of this. Factors of 30 is that's minus sign. In subtraction of 30 should be 7. Okay, 10 3s are, we are getting very easy factors. 10 into 3 is 30, 10 minus 3 is 7. This sign should be given to the greater number and its opposite to the smaller. Therefore, x square minus 10x plus 3x minus 30 is equal to 0, and therefore taking common now, x in bracket x minus 10, write the same bracket x minus 10, here what remains, plus 3, correct, is equal to 0. We have done it now many times, now we are used to it, how to do it. So x minus 10 is one bracket and another bracket is x plus 3 is equal to 0. Product of two brackets 0, so one of the brackets should be 0. Either this is 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. If then x is going to be either plus 10 or x is going to be minus 3. So we have got two values highlighted, but as x is age and age cannot be negative, okay, you can write like this also, x cannot be minus 3 as x is an age. Okay, you can write like this something, but you have to write, and therefore x is equal to 10. That is Kishore. Who is this x? Kishore. Kishore says is x. And what is x plus 5? And x plus 5 is going to be 10 plus 5, that is 50. So you can write your answer that Kishore's age is 10 years and Vivek's age is 15 years. You write it separately, or you can write, as Vivek is given first person, you can write Vivek's age first and then Kishore's age. And like this you can conclude your answer by writing your answer in words. Thank you. We will see the next questions in next videos. If you are like this, understood this, like and give me comments. And if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.